Hello everyone, and welcome to my corner. For those of you who don't know, my name is Yaelin. Okay, so basically, if you've seen pretty much one of the only other videos I've ever uploaded, it was a thrift haul. And where I live, we have not necessarily good thrift stores, but we have a few thrift stores, and they're basically like any other thrift store. If you look for it, you can find yourself some gems. So, got myself my black coffee. Let's get to it. The first item is a Champion sweatshirt. I got this for like $2. It's crazy. It's just a plain black sweatshirt. It's kind of small. I think it's a size small. Okay, so this is an actual Champion sweatshirt. So in this video, what we'll be doing is cutting up things I've thrifted, basically. I do that anyway because thrifted clothing is so cheap that you can do that. I feel like if you buy a pair of jeans for $3 and then you cut them off and you don't like it, okay, I mean, that's sad, but it was $3 and you can use the denim for something else. But if you buy a $200 pair of jeans, I mean, no, I could not cut that up. Coffee. Okay, so the first item is this Champion sweatshirt. I feel like if you're quite skinny, because it's quite a long sweatshirt, right? And also, check this out. My dogs ate the bottom. I like it, but it's quite long and it doesn't fit because I have more of a like curvy, I guess, body shape, but this would fit someone who's more like skinnier and has more of a like a rectangular body shape, I guess. All bodies are beautiful, but this doesn't fit my body. It makes me look like a fat rectangle or like a square, really. So I'm planning to crop it so that it'll show my curves because it just covers my butt. It's not very flattering. Okay, so the next item is a pair of jeans I wear every other day, basically. See? I left my... This is how much I wear it. Every single day. Every other day, probably. So they are thrifted Levi's. $5.50. The previous owner blacked out the sizes, so I do not know which size it doesn't even matter. It fits me perfectly. I love them. They're kind of like mom jeans, boyfriend jeans, relaxed fit. And like all jeans, I always roll them up, as you can probably see with the jeans I'm wearing right now. But because I roll up all my jeans, I figured why not cut these and then have like a frayed edge. That's my plan. These babies. Also, look at the color. This is such a beautiful like denim color. Like, it's so real. I hate that kind of fake denim color, but this is such a real color. Dig it so much. Also, previous owner apparently ripped the knee, so they put like this, they fixed it. I don't know, I just think it looks cool because it adds a bit of story to the material. Yes. Coffee sip. Okay, so I think I could safely say that like half my closet consists of thrifted items, a lot of which are oversized shirts. Now, I actually bought this shirt in the other video I uploaded, the Japanese thrift haul. Go check that out. I'll leave the link in the description. But basically, this shirt is quite long, and I thought I liked it long because usually what I do is I cut them, I crop them. I can either crop them like really short, I do that with some of them, but most of them I crop them to like a length where I can tuck them into my jeans if I want to, like high-waisted jeans. But I think I'm gonna crop this as well. It just hasn't suited me this length so far. And it's not a shirt I wear very often either, so I think if I do mess up, it'll be okay. Next is my favorite sweatshirt ever. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I got it for like $4. Actually, this was on the pricey side. It was like $5 or something, which for the thrift store I go to is very expensive. It's this gray sweatshirt and has a very nice collar. I rolled up the sleeves because I usually do that, but it also has a nice sleeve pattern. It's very simple. The inside's very nice too. It's this kind of material, but again, it's hugely long. It covers my butt. I guess this could look cool like with shorts or with leggings or skinny jeans, like black skinny jeans, but I want to crop it because I feel like that's more me, and I wear mom jeans more than skinny jeans. And I don't think this would look good with mom jeans, or not on me because it'll just make me look very big, I think. So, woo! Okay, so the final item, I try to keep the amount of things to a minimum so that it wouldn't turn into a very, very long video. The final item, oh my gosh, this wasn't necessarily thrifted. I was gifted this. It's this black Levi's denim jacket, and it's more of a boxy shape. I think it's newer. It's not like those vintage, really like big denim jackets where you can like live in, you know. I really want to thrift one of those someday. To the thrift gods, if I ever come across one of those, please. Like this color, you know? One of those, please. Okay, but basically, I didn't cut it up or anything, I just sewed this on. Originally, also because it's just plain black color, this denim jacket could basically go with anything. It was quite a good thing just to throw on if it was quite chilly outside, and I wanted to keep it a basic. So first I was planning on using this material, which is also kind of like a tribal print, but it's black and white, so I thought it'd be more simple. But I think this colorful material suits it a lot better, just kind of because it gives it like a cozy feel, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, ignore me. But I definitely recommend if you have a nice fabric lying around, and if you have a denim jacket or any jacket for that matter, honestly, or anything, I feel like some things can just be brightened up with a little bit of sewing shit on them. Okay, so basically my friend gifted me a bag and I really like the fabric. The bag wasn't really useful to me, so I took the bag apart and I used the fabric. I sewed it quite roughly, as you can tell, using thick black thread. Okay, so the first item we'll be cutting up is this champion sweatshirt. For this, we'll need all these items. If your piece of clothing is black or a darker color, the process will be more difficult since you'll have to find a pen which will leave a mark that shows. That's why I have quite an assortment of pens and pencils which I can test on the bottom of the material, here the part I'll be cutting off. Now, as you can see, you're able to see the gold mark the clearest. However, since I don't know whether it'll wash out and the black line is visible as well, I'm going to use the black pen. But it really does depend on the material you're using and which pens you have at hand. Next, what you'll want to do is either try on the shirt or sweater and draw a line at which length you want to cut off the material, or you could use a reference shirt of which you know you like the length. I cropped this thrifted Stussy shirt before and it's approximately the right length. Now, at both sides of the shirt, you'll want to mark off the spot where the reference shirt ends. Then align the dots and cut it up. Then align the shoulders of the shirts with each other rather than the armpits. I'm cutting through the front and back together rather than separately. Depending on your desired look, you may not want to do so, but for a straight cut all around, this is easiest. Also, I suggest drawing the line further outwards so that the shirt is slightly longer than you'd want it. This way, if your cut turns out not completely straight, you can always cut off more to make it straight, and it's easier later to cut off more than sewing the fabric back, if that makes sense. If your line is drawn in permanent marker, you'll obviously want to cut along the inside of the line. Because I've used an IKEA water-based marker, it doesn't matter as it'll wash out. After you've made your cut, you might decide that there are certain parts, like this for example, that you may want to cut off. Try on the piece of clothing to see if it's short enough, otherwise follow the same procedures to cut off more. Next up, the jeans. You'll need the same materials as for the previous sweatshirt. Again, draw points and connect them with a straight line. Now for these jeans, I want both sides to be even, so I'll try to make the cuts at the same length. However, if you want a more natural look, you can decide to do both sides separately. The washing machine is definitely the most effective tool for fraying the edges and washing off the pen marks at the same time, but you can always fray the edge with a scissor and pull threads out to get the fraying process started. Honestly, if you wear and wash the jeans a few times, they'll be frayed naturally, so I wouldn't be worried about this step. Okay, so for this next shirt, I'll be using a different reference shirt than for the champion sweater, but the procedure will be very similar. Thankfully, the black marker shows up on this shirt as well, so I'll just be using all the same materials. One thing I should mention is that I have a separate pair of scissors for cutting cloth than for the normal pairs I use for cutting things like paper, since paper scissors get blunt very quickly, so this is something to keep in mind, especially if you do cut cloth more often. And now, the same thing for my favorite gray sweater. Now look how cute this looks together! Now even though my jacket is already finished, these are the things I used. You'll need a piece of fabric and a jacket or item of clothing you want to sew the fabric detailing on. I used quite thick black thread to make rough, clearly visible stitches, but any thread should be fine.
So because I'm using thick thread, I used a needle with a larger eye. But any needle should be fine depending on which thread you're using. You'll also need quite a few pins to keep the fabric in place while you sew. I have quite a few colorful ones, but honestly boring ones are fine as well, obviously.
Hello everyone, for me it is now a new day. For you guys, it is another second in the same video. Using this drum as a coffee holder. Let's hope this works. So I wanted to wait a day so that I could wash and dry my jeans. Here's a little sneak peek. Shh. Okay, so let's go through and review the items that I've edited to see if I like them or if I still want to cut them up more or if I've just ruined them. Let's go. Okay, so the first item I did talk about was this Champion hoodie. It's a lot shorter now, but it's still not proper crop top length, so I might cut it off even further. Let's see what it looks like on. This is gonna fall. This is gonna fall. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this jumper or sweater. Is it a jumper? Jumper's English. What does jumper even mean? This sweater is quite a lot shorter and it does already suit me a lot better. It doesn't hang weird. It just kind of flows loosely down. However, I might still cut it off a bit, a bit shorter, because as you might be able to see, it works with most clothing. You can just tuck it in. But if I do want it to be a crop top, then I might have to cut it off a bit more. Maybe I can just do this. Does that work? But I can decide that later. Better to be safe than sorry. Also, if I am in cold weather, I might not want an open stomach, especially if I'm like biking around. It might get really cold. So this next shirt is pretty much perfect. It's exactly how I wanted it. It's not too cropped, but it falls a lot nicer and it is easy to tuck in without there being a lot of extra material. The length is a lot better, as you can see. If I do want to, I think this is a common trend. If I do want to, I could always cut this a few centimeters higher all around, but I can decide to do so sometime. Check out this outfit! This is my new favorite thing ever. It all just works so well. Honestly, I had quite a gamble cutting off these jeans because I do wear them a lot, but they turned out so nicely, exactly how I wanted them. Very frayed at the bottom. And this outfit, this blue with this blue, it just works. I might even cut this off a bit more. I'm so happy with everything. They already work so well. So excited. This is what the jeans do look like, and if I do want them rolled up, I can still do that and have like an interesting edge like this, as you can see. So yeah. Okay, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Let's see if I do upload this video. But I think I will. I like it so far. But comment down below if you did like, if you do like videos like these, because then I might make more videos. Or comment if you do want to see vlogs, because I did edit a few vlogs, but I didn't like them. So I'm definitely not going to take those off of private, but I might edit new ones. I hope you guys enjoyed. Also, on my last video, a lot of smaller channels requested me to check out their channel and stuff. Please do that. I am open to checking out new channels. Honestly, it's the small channels that are often the most creative and the most out there. So if you are a small channel or if you're a big channel, if you want me to check out your stuff, I will do so gladly. So comment down below and like this video if you liked it, or dislike it if you disliked it, I guess. Or just like the video for the sake of black coffee, or just coffee, or ice cubes, or sweaters, or jeans, or drums. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.